Hi students, how are you all? I believe you are all keeping well. Well students, in today's session we are going to deal with the simple past and the present perfect. If you have observed, we have already done in our previous sessions the structures of tenses, right? I believe we have learned them. If not, please once again just go through the structures of the tenses. Okay, now let's begin it with the simple past and simple present our session. Okay, so once again let's revise the structures of simple past and present perfect, because our session is going to be on simple past and present perfect. Okay, now the structure of simple past is subject plus verb form 2 plus rest of the sentence. Do you remember? Subject, verb form 2 and rest of the sentence. Now what is the structure of present perfect tense? Subject, has or have, verb form 3 plus rest of the sentence. Okay, you will have to choose has or have depending on your subject. If your subject is singular, you will have to use has. If it is plural, you will have to use have. Okay, and your past participle form, that is verb form 3. Is it clear? So simple past, subject plus verb form 2 plus rest of the sentence. Present perfect tense, we have subject, has or have plus verb form 3 plus rest of the sentence. Fine. Now let's see some of the examples with the simple past and present perfect. Okay, just identify which tense they are. Okay, now they have stolen your clock and bureau. They have stolen your clock and bureau. The second one, they sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. Okay, now if you observe closely, the first sentence is actually your present perfect, have stolen. Subject, have, stolen is V3. Okay, and the next sentence is your simple past. They sneaked. Okay, they sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. Clear? They have stolen your clock and bureau. Okay, this is actually in present perfect tense. Right now we should use the present perfect tense when the time of action is not important or when it is not specified. Okay, simple. When the time of action or if it is not specified, we will have to use present perfect tense. Okay, so that's what we see in the sentence. The time of action is not mentioned, right? They have stolen your clock and bureau. Okay, do you find any time or place that is mentioned in the sentence? No. Okay, now let's see. They sneaked into your room like thieves in the night and stole them after you were dead. Okay, actually it is in past tense. Now we should use a simple past when details about the time or place that an action occurred are given or specified. Simple. When the time of the action is mentioned or the place, we have to use simple past. Okay, now see, when the action took place in the night. Okay, in the night the action took place, right? Now when did they steal? After their father was dead. Do you understand? So when the action is mentioned or the action is specified, the time of an action, we use the simple past. Do you understand? Now let's see some of the uses of simple past. Okay, now let's see some of the important uses of simple past. Simple past is used to refer to past action or event. Okay, we use simple past to refer to the past action or events. Okay, he passed his examination in 2013. I visited Delhi last month. Raju met his friend yesterday. Raju met his friend yesterday. Do you understand? So all these are indicating to the action which is already over, okay, past action or events that have already completed. Is it clear? Simple past can also be used to refer to the present time. Previously we have learned simple past is used to indicate the action or the events which are already over, right? But we can use simple past even to refer to the present time using the verbs like want, wonder, hope, think in order to make them more polite and tactful. Okay, simple to understand, simple past can also be used to refer to the present time because we already learned the simple past. Past is the action which is already over, but here there are some exceptions. Okay, we use the simple past even to refer to the present time using the verbs like want, wondered, hope, think. Okay, now let's see some of the examples. I wanted to discuss my proposal with you, madam. Okay, I wanted to discuss. It is not that the action is already over. He wanted to discuss. Okay, indicating to the present. Fine. The second, I wondered. I wondered if I could discuss my proposal with you, sir. Here the action is not yet over. Okay. I thought of discussing my proposal with you, sir. I thought of discussing my proposal with you, sir. Thought of. Okay, but the action is not yet over. He is going to do it. Okay, he is going to discuss. Fine. Now, I hoped to discuss my proposal with you, sir. I hoped. It is actually in simple past, right? But the action is not yet over here. Okay. I believe you have understood, right? Let's see some more uses of simple past. Okay, previously we have learned simple past can be used with to indicate the action or the events which are already over. Okay, and simple past can also be used to refer to the present time. Okay, it takes the verbs like hope, wondered, think, wanted or want. Okay, so these are the verbs that are used. Okay, now let's see some other uses of simple past also. Okay, the first use is after the conditional clause if to indicate tentativeness. Okay, simple, it's a if clause. Okay, if clause. For example, see, if I were the prime minister, if I were the prime minister, I would provide free education at all levels. If I were. Now you might be wondering why we use I word. It's supposed to be I was, right? Because it's a singular. Okay. Now please understand we use such structures in cases of something that is not going to be fulfilled. Okay, for example, if I were the butterfly, I know I cannot be a butterfly, right? So I use if I were. Okay, now here if I were the prime minister, I know and I cannot be a prime minister, right? Now if I were the prime minister, I would provide free education at all levels. Okay, and understand if is a conditional clause. Conditional clause is if a condition is fulfilled, only there is result. Okay, if a condition is fulfilled, only there is result. Do you understand? We have learned it even in your 6th standard. Okay, the second thing is after its time, would rather, wish. I already done, we have already done with the language functions. If you go through, you will understand. Okay, one of the language functions is using its time expression. Okay, when we use its time, we use simple past. It's time plus simple past. It's 10 o'clock. It's time you went to bed. It's already late. Okay, so it's time you went to bed. We use it with the it's time expressions. Okay, we use it with its time expression, the simple past. Is it clear? Another important use of simple past is in reported speech, direct and indirect speech. Okay, it's clear, right? We have already done it. We have been doing it from lower classes onwards. Okay, it shouldn't be a big thing that you don't understand. Reporter speech, direct and indirect speech. I asked you what the time was. I asked you what the time was. Was clear? I believe you have understood. Now let's move to the present perfect tense. Now, what is the structure of present perfect tense? It's subject plus, has or have plus, verb form 3 plus rest of the sentence. And please understand the present perfect tense is used, okay, the action in the past which have no defined or a definite time reference when the time is not mentioned. Simple. Okay, when there is no specific time of the action is mentioned, we use present perfect tense. Clear? So the meaning of I have seen the Taj Mahal is I know Taj Mahal and it is still fresh in my memory, which means I saw the Taj Mahal 2 years ago. Okay, the meaning is that the memory of or the memories of Taj Mahal is still fresh in my mind. Okay, here the time of action is not mentioned. Do you understand? The second use of present perfect tense is to indicate an action or situation which began in the past and which has continued up to the present moment. Simple. It started long back and still it is continuing to the present time. Is it clear? Now let's see. I have lived in Hyderabad for 10 years. Okay, I have lived in Hyderabad for 10 years. Now, what does it mean? It means I started living in Hyderabad 10 years ago and I'm still living in Hyderabad. Do you understand? I started living in Hyderabad 10 years ago and I'm still living in Hyderabad. Is it clear? So, if you wish to state that you still continue to live in Hyderabad, you have to say, I have been living in Hyderabad for 10 years. Okay? Clear? So, the third use of present perfect tense is it is also used to refer to past actions and events whose results are seen in the present. Okay, whose results are seen in the present, that is when there is evidence in the present for some action, okay, that happened in the past. Hence it is called the evidential use of the present perfect. For example, it has rained. It has rained. Now what is the evidence? Look, the ground is wet. Okay, when you look at the ground, it is wet, right? That is the evidence. Okay, simple. Please understand, the present perfect tense is used to refer to the past action whose results are seen in the present with the evidence. Okay, that's what I said. It has rained. What is the evidence of rain? Because the ground is wet. That is the evidence. So in these cases we have to use a present perfect tense. Is it clear? Now let's see the following examples that make the difference. Okay, the difference will be cleared. Okay, now I saw the film Gandhi last month. I saw the film Gandhi last month. Now here the speaker is calling attention to the action of seeing, and to the time when it happened. Okay, I saw the film seeing Gandhi last month, when the action had happened last month. Okay, now let's see the next one. I have seen the film Gandhi. I have seen the film Gandhi. What is the difference between first and second one? First sentence is actually simple past. Second sentence is present perfect. I have seen the film Gandhi. There is no mentioning of a specified time, right? Now let's see. Here the speaker is not saying when he saw the film. Is he mentioning when he saw the film? No. He is not mentioning when he saw the film. He is calling attention to the fact that he is now a person with a personal experience of the film or someone who can tell us about it. Okay, he is able to narrate about the film because he has watched it. right? Now, I cut my finger when I was sharpening the pencil. I cut my finger when I was sharpening the pencil. Now, nothing is said about any result. There is no any result. But you see in the next sentence, I cut my finger. Sorry, I have cut my finger. I have cut my finger. It is bleeding now. Okay, what is evidence? Her finger is bleeding. Now, do you understand the difference? Right. Students, please make note the simple past is also often used with adverbs of past time. What is an adverb? Adverb describes verb. Okay, it gives more information about verb, how an action is done, when an action has happened, how action is done, how often the action has occurred. Okay, so the simple past is used with adverbs of past time. Now, time indicates like yesterday, 2 months, 2 months ago, in June 15th, or in 1965, in 1947, during the year. So those are your adverbs of past time. Okay, now sometimes it is also used to refer to the present time or future times. It also can be used with present time or future times. For example, sir, may I come in? I wanted to talk to you. Okay, I wanted to talk to you is simple past, right? It's indicating to the present, but we are using it in simple past form. That's what we have learned in the previous, right? We use want, hope, think for simple past, right? Verbs like want, hope, think, those verbs are used. Okay, now, if you left for Delhi tomorrow, when would you return? If you left for Delhi tomorrow, when would you return? Now, tomorrow is actually future, right? That's what I said. Simple past can be used with the adverbs of past time, also to the present and future. Now here it is future. If you left for Delhi tomorrow, left is in past tense, right? But tomorrow is the action, it is going to take place, right? So we use to indicate to present time or future time actions. I believe it's clear. Please make note, the present perfect can be used with the adverbs of present time, like today, this morning, this week, this month. Okay, so for example, I say, I have seen Raju this week. I have seen Raju this week. Because we have already done, when the time of an action is specified, we use a simple past. Do you remember? But there are some exceptions. That's what I said. Present perfect tense can be used with adverb of present time. Adverb of present time. So, I have seen Raju this week. Okay. Now, please know the present perfect is also used with just, recently, yet, already, never, ever, often, far. Okay, so they have just gone. They have just gone. Hasn't Anirudh left yet? Hasn't Anirudh left yet? Okay, I believe you have understood. Well, students, we'll conclude our session with this. I believe we have understood today's session topic, right? See you in the next session. Till then, take care. Bye.